channel. Today we are going to learn about RDA, which is known as Recommended Dietary Allowances. And this is one of the most important topics because it helps us to understand how much nutrient a healthy person should eat daily to stay fit and prevent deficiency. And this is the main topic which, as a nutritionist or as a dietitian, you should know properly. Okay. So in this chapter, we will learn what are dietary allowances. So dietary allowances are basically recommended amount of nutrients for a population. Fine. These are decided based on age, gender, dietary habits of a country. For example, India's diet is mostly cereals, pulses based, so our nutrient recommendations are adjusted accordingly. Fine. The main goal is to keep people healthy and prevent deficiency. Coming to next, we will learn what is nutrient requirement. Okay. Before that, we should know what is requirement. Fine. Nutrient requirement means the minimum amount of absorbed nutrient needed for a normal body to function. Example, like minimum protein needed just to maintain muscle is requirement. But anything more than that is, unless growth and repair is needed, is not required. Fine. So you should remember that it is the minimum need of the body that is known as nutrient requirement. For an example, you can say like a person need this much amount of protein per day. Fine. That is the minimum thing. It can be more, fine, but it should not be less than the minimum. Then coming, what is RDA? Now, RDA, as I said earlier in the starting slide, that it is the recommended dietary allowances. Now, RDA is different. RDA is the daily average intake level that is sufficient for 97 to 98%. Right. So, RDA is always slightly higher than the requirement because it includes a safety margin. Fine. So, in nutrient requirement, it is the minimum. RDA is like it's more than the minimum, but it's a keeps the safety margin. Example, if requirement is like minimum passing marks, RDA is like to save score to ensure you pass. Okay. So this is the RDA of 2024. So as you can see here, the men of age 60 and above, if the body weight should be around 65, fine, the protein should be around 0.83 per kg. Fine. And according to per day is 54 grams per day protein he or she should, sorry, he should get. Fine. Fiber around 30 grams he should get. 1200 calcium he should get. This is the RDA. So this is the general guidelines. Fine. You should know all this. At least you should have a rough idea like how much we should give to a sedentary woman. Fine. Heavy woman and moderate woman, men and all. Sedentary means he or she is doing some kind of little activity, just like normal household activity. Moderate means like he or she is doing office work and also some physical activity, fine, and household work. Heavy means he's doing some kind of heavy physical activity or in which the the body is more involved, that is the heavy. Fine. Pregnant woman different is there, lactating woman also, infants, different RDA is there, children age groups are there, 1 to 3 years, 4 to 6 years, 7 to 9 years, and boys is 10 to 12 years, girls and all. So this is the rough idea you should take. Mostly you should have a rough idea about protein, fiber, fine, and vitamin D, vitamin A, mostly protein, fiber you should know. Fine. Moving forward. And RDA is not fixed forever. It keeps changing because science keep updating. New research, new lifestyle, new patterns, new diseases like obesity, diabetes also affect the recommendation. Fine. So in India, RDA is updated using FAO, WHO, and UNU guidelines. ICMR expert groups recommendations are also there. Now, RDA should aim for what? Question mark. And RDA doesn't only prevent deficiency like anemia, it also helps to prevent degenerative diseases like diabetes, obesity, CBD. For an example, too much of calorie means obesity, right? Now coming to factors affecting RDA, you should know what is factors coming affecting RDA. Major factors are variability in nutrient requirements, right? Second is dietary factors. Okay, interrelationship between the nutrients, body size, age, sex, physiological states like pregnancy, lactation, activity level. These are the factors which affect the RDA. For example, same food but different person means different requirement. For example, you are having same food as your mom and dad, but they need more than you, right? They have different requirement than you. So this is very important. You should know this. Now, variability nutrient requirements. Nutrient needs differ because children are growing, adults maintain, and older people need support for health. Also, men and women have different requirements, fine. And it depends, vary due to, as I said earlier, age, gender, body weight and size, growth rate. Children needs more nutrient for growth. Women needs more iron because of menstruation. Athletes need more calories and protein. Right. Now, women needs more nutrients in when? Any guesses when women needs more nutrients? During pregnancy, nutrients are required not only for mother but also for the baby. So during lactation, nutrients are needed for milk production. Right? Example, iron, calcium, protein, folate increase. So whenever, like as an lactating mother, if it comes and you're checking for an RDA, we have to see iron, calcium, protein, folate, and all, like how much it should be given so that there is no deficient. Safety factor in RDA. What is safety factor in RDA? Even among same age and gender, nutrient needs vary slightly. So RDA includes a safety factor. That's why RDA covers almost everyone. Variation assumed around 12.5% of variation we can assume. Okay. For an example, two girls of same 20 years. Okay, one has a heavy period, needs more iron, and one has a normal period, needs less. So RDA keeps it safe for both. Okay. Now coming, we will learn about the dietary factors. In this, first we will learn about bioavailability. Bioavailability means how much of nutrient is actually absorbed and used by the body. Okay, if we eat nutrients, absorption depends on diet quality. Example is like iron in spinach is present, but absorption is low compared to meat. Correct? So that is the bioavailability. Another example is like in simple words, it is that spinach has a lot of iron, right? But when it cooks, the iron content is reduced, fine, and it can be only absorbed in the body when you take it with vitamin C rich foods, right? So it depends how nutrient is actually absorbed and used by the body. Next is inhibitors in plant foods. Some substances reduces absorption. Okay, and these are tannins, phytates, antitrypsin factors. These can reduce absorption of iron, calcium, and zinc. Fine. So example, tea and coffee contain tannins. Tea and coffee. Fine. So tea and coffee contain tannins, so it can reduce the iron. Um, 1 second. Iron absorption. Okay. And silage in cereals and pulses reduces zinc iron absorption. So the tip for student is like iron absorption increases if we add lemon and amla, as I mentioned earlier. This is the interrelationship between nutrients. So nutrients work together, so intake of one affects the other. Type of relationships. Fine. Precursor like tryptophan and niacin. Chemical reaction. Vitamin C helps iron absorption. Non-competitive metabolic folic acid plus iron. Competitive is zinc plus copper. Exchange is this. For an example, vitamin C plus iron better absorption. Zinc plus copper compete. Tryptophan converts to niacin. Vitamin E and selenium works together. So there are particular nutrients which work together with some other nutrients. This is the interrelationship between nutrients, and you should know what works with what. Okay. I will take another class on this so that you will have a clear idea like which nutrient work which with, and you should know. So whenever any patient or any client is coming to you, so you will be able to explain. Now you can see in the book there is dietary components in 2.2. Okay, 1 second. Ah, dietary components that influence nutrient requirement. Fine. So it, these are the components, nutrients, which affect. Fine. Protein. Protein requirement related to and calories are deficient. Protein requirement increases. Fine. When deficiency of one amino acid is there, protein use reduces. Vitamin E is needed, then more pupa intake. Niacin requirement is less with more tryptophan in it. Iron absorption increases with the vitamin C. Copper needs more when zinc is excess, and calcium when less intake of calcium is high. Fine. This also I will put an update about it in the further classes. So all this we have learned. So the important points is about that you should know what is RDA, what is nutrient requirement, what is by what are the nutrients, right? Interrelationship between the nutrients, and what are the factors of RDA, fine. And that table, it changes every year, so you have to check. There is a slight change, but you should be updated about it, okay? And RDA deprived using balanced growth, turnover, depletion, repletion methods. All this you should know. Fine. And next we will see, in the next class we will see about how to calculate RDA and all, so that it will help you to for the planning of diet plan. Okay. Thank you and subscribe for more. Huh?